The views and opinions of the Nissan Nation podcast are strictly that. They are views and opinions of Dave and Danny and its guests. They are not the views and opinions of Nissan Corporate Americas or otherwise, Japan, wherever. So now, a DRB and KGB media presentation, the Nissan Nation podcast. Hit it, Kelly.
Recorded live, coast to coast, it's the Nissan Nation podcast. From camping, racing, and all points in between. The NNP is your Nissan Nation podcast. Now start your engines and welcome in the hosts, David and Danny.
What is going on, Nissan Nation? All things Nissan here in Middle Tennessee to Southern California to wherever you adventure. This is the Nissan Nation podcast. Daniel Groders, we got some special guests tonight, man.
We got some bros on, man. We got my bros. We got the Rogue Bros.
We do have the Rogue Bros on. What is going on, guys?
Not too much. How you guys doing?
Good.
Well,
good. The Rogue Overland crew. We'll call it the skeleton crew of Rogue Overland, I would say, right?
Would this be Rogue Light?
Are you three the official, or are you kind of like the skeleton, like the backbone crew?
The official crew. Yeah. Official.
You're the official crew, because I feel like I got a little Rogue in me here and there, you know. Like I'm like an honorary Rogan.
Oh yeah.
Rogie. I don't know what do you call your, like, the guys that are part of the outliers.
I like Rogan. I think you just coined that. I like it.
I like coining things, man.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys that are a big part of Rogue Overland, and we'll call them our Rogans, I guess.
Yeah, man. Not to be confused with the Joe guy.
Sorry, guys. I just bought that web address, and you're going to have to pay for it now.
Rogans. Rogans.
There you go.
Well, we of course, we've had you guys on the show before, and we're big fans of what you guys do. We were invited to go on a trip with you guys, man. We're pretty excited about that. You guys want to describe what we're about to get into?
Yeah, we're really pumped to have you guys come. We are going to, it's going to be 3 nights, and we are heading out to check out some stuff in Colorado and in Moab, Utah.
Nice. Now this is a trip that you guys invited me on, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to swing that. You know, like I know Went was right around the corner from that. And just on top of, it's a big long trip, especially for me. I'm, driving an extra 6 hours there and back, basically, because you guys are leaving from Vegas. So originally I wasn't going to be able to make it. I was like, that's just too much. And then you're like, hey, let's get Dave out. Let's do a live podcast. And then it was like pressure. And it takes very little pressure to get me into an adventure. And Dave's like, sure, why not?
Yeah, it didn't take as much arm twisting as I thought it was going to jump in, and I think it's great because we got a lot of exciting stuff on the trip and some iconic trails from Colorado that we're going to be running, and so it's just going to be a great experience all around. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was amazing when y'all threw the invite out. I was like, oh, August? Yeah, no problem. I don't have anything going on in August. And then after I said yes, after the flight was booked, I looked down and go, oh, damn, a week later I've got my own thing to go do. Hell yeah.
Well, yeah. Dave, it wouldn't be one of your it wouldn't be Windrock if you didn't throw a bunch of stuff on your plate right beforehand.
Well, sure, man, sure. But we are super excited to do that. I know you guys you guys know what you're doing, clearly. I'm a semi-adventurer. I wouldn't even say semi, I guess, compared to what you guys have been up to. Plus, I've never actually been to Nevada, so that was in itself sounded cool.
Yeah, I think part of the trip, as I recall, is gonna end up with you having a night on the strip, right? The last night before you fly out.
Shh! Come on, guys. Hey, now we're a popular crew here.
Does Kelly listen to this?
you guys announce me and Danny are on the strip, and Vegas will go crazy. Yeah.
So it's it's a big trip. And after I kind of said, okay, let's do this, I started like re-looking at the itinerary, because I mean, when you guys plan trips, you plan trips, and I have a feeling there's one person that plans a little bit more than the rest, but they're like locked down. Like there is times for everybody to stop at gas stations, and I mean it's that's why I like it so much, because I don't plan anything. So if I can just go along and have a good time and do my thing and follow the guy with the plan, then I mean, I think for me it makes it easier and more fun. But going back to looking at the plan, this is going to be like an epic trip. I mean, just the scenery alone is amazing. I watched a couple YouTube videos of Telluride and Blackbird Pass and all that crazy stuff. And I mean, there's so much area up there. You know, we could probably spend like 3 weeks going around up there. But there's some cool places that we're planning on hitting. You want to share just a couple of the highlights that you think that we're going to be hitting?
Yeah, definitely. And you're so right on that. There's so many. We spent a lot of time on Google Maps, Google Earth, because you can link so many different trails around. And we actually just got contacted from somebody in Colorado the other day saying they noticed our trip and wanted to tell us about another trail out in that area that we should check out. So it was hard to narrow it down, but basically what we came up with was, if we're getting all the way out to Colorado, we want to hit the iconic ones. We want to hit the big ones. So Black Bear Pass is going to happen so long as it's open. And we're going to spend a day running that one. And we're going to link over. The following day, we're going to hit Imogene Pass, which I personally have run that one before, and it's beautiful. It's got some water crossings. I mean, a lot of stuff that us desert rats don't necessarily see. Green, flowers.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's what part of the reason why I'm so excited, you know, like just huge mountains and greens.
Ah, geez,
guys.
like
on fire.
Geez, come on. I deal with green every day. Come on, I want to see the desert.
Yeah, well, and I guess to get Dave some variation in his stuff, the last day we're heading out to Moab, Utah, and we'll run fins and things. A lot of the people coming on the trip have not been out to Moab before, so Fins and Things is a very iconic trail that gives you a good mixture of what Moab has to offer. So it should be a lot of fun.
Danny, is Fins and Things one that me and you did with Joey Parent about 3 years ago?
Oh boy,
is that the one where you rode the back of somebody's Xterra?
No, I don't remember. Fins and Things is the one I did in the rental F-150.
Oh, okay.
Ford F-150.
I made it through. We'll bump and grind.
What was the VIN number on that truck again, Danny?
Oh, no idea.
So we're kind of interested to know what's have you guys decided the whole sleeping arrangement yet with you and Dave rolling in the same rig?
I think we decided each night we would switch from fork and spoon to, you know.
Wait, I was not consulted in that switch. I think you just decided that right now, because I don't know about there. I have a no forking sign on my tent that I just put up in there after the last camping trip with my wife. After the trip, because I knew that the next trip was you.
Well,
you're going into the rooftop Groot den, man. It's good luck, dude.
I'll ask Joey Parent how you handle Danny in a rooftop tent.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna bring a little backpacking tent if Dave gets too uncomfortable in the rooftop grotto, then he may be sleeping on the ground.
I don't care, man. I'll sleep in the truck just to have some adventures. Sounds awesome to me. And to be with
rooftop,
Danny.
Rape top.
And Jesus, Danny, I mean, that's like almost 3 weeks together coming up.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
That's like a whole year of shows for us, man. I don't know what we'll do.
Well, we have been dating for a while. I feel like maybe, stepping it up to the next level. I can't say that I remember ever actually sleeping in the same bed as you. So I mean, it's a natural progression of our relationship.
Yeah, but
going on a rendezvous with a rogue. We're gonna go on a rogue rendezvous.
That's right. Well, No, let's see. The cabins, no. Rape cabin, no. I don't know.
No, you weren't. That was with Kevin. Kevin took me to the rape cabin.
After what?
Joey took me to the golden sleepover.
Yeah. Man, you get around, Danny. Now we're gonna hang out with 3 guys from Rogue. What's going on?
Yeah, you might want to get a penicillin shot before we head out.
Well, so tell us a little bit about planning of these things. Like Danny said, you guys like have minute to minute details on this thing. How far out do you? I mean, I'm assuming you kind of plan a year in advance of what you're going to do. But when you plan your trips, I mean, what are the steps? That a common person that want to go out, what would they follow kind of with that y'all do?
Oh, well, so Andrew and I typically trade off planning an event. And truthfully, the way it works for us is once we finish, we just kind of start putting together a plan for the next one. And so like this particular trip, this trip would basically be about a year in planning. But it's not like you just sit down at a desk and hammer it out for hours. We might be surfing a forum, like, I don't know, a great one like Xterra Nation or something like that. And we see somebody does a trip, and so we say, oh, that area would be cool to go on. And so that'll go in our notes. And then eventually you just start linking stuff together. So for this one, we knew we wanted to get out to Colorado. Everybody that's close to us, the Rogans, as we've named them, I guess, have always talked about Colorado. And so we said, all right, let's get out to Colorado. And then what are the big things that you want to see if you get out there? And so that's how you start is what are the main points that you want to hit? What are the things you want to do? Then break down your timeline. How long is it going to take you to get out there? So, I mean, poor Danny, here from Vegas, we have, I think it's 8 hours to get us out to Colorado. So Danny on top of that is another 4 or whatever. So you got to say right there, all right, there's 2 days, a day on each end for travel. And then how many days can I get away? And then you just sort of plan it out from there. We spend a lot of time on Google Earth, Google Maps, laying things out, getting the tracks for the trails and researching the trails. So big thing is just start with where you want to go and then build off from there. How much time do I have? And then that tells you how many points you could add. I mean, we could have added so many more stops to this trip. We've got some cool places that we're going to go and we're going to stop at besides just hitting trails. And eventually you got to say, all right, if I can't fit anymore because of my timeline, then what am I pulling out? And you just got to strip it down to what does your time allow you to do?
Nice. So I got a question for Andrew. Andrew, what is the biggest thing that you're looking forward to on this trip? And what is the one thing that you pulled out of this trip that you didn't want?
This trip, let's see, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is having some vacation time, to be honest with you, because I've been doing absolutely nothing but working. So I haven't been out much. So that would be the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. And yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to see what the biggest pull-out regret's going to be when we're on the trip.
Nice.
What are you doing there, Danny? What was it?
Oh no, it's just a pen that I was taking down some notes with.
Just a small note, right?
I guess Alex, the question for you is, are you planning on sleeping alone, or are you going to be sleeping with somebody on this trip?
I am going solo on this trip. I'm sleeping.
All right.
Well, he didn't ask you if you were going solo. He said if you were going to.
Yeah, that's answer the question, Alex.
I have no room for David Boyd. He's stuck with you. The fridge and the case with the camera goes right there. I'm sorry, I don't, and I am out of tents. I'm sorry.
Well, what Danny's saying is I'm a first gen Xterra kind of guy, and
yeah,
you have a seat on the trip. You can sit in my rig and be the co-pilot if Grooters is driving you crazy.
That sounds very uncomfortable. I mean, the way you said that, you have a seat, like. Great.
Just the seat, not the bed part.
Well,
so I mean, I know your guys' trucks are built really well. My truck can handle some serious stuff. How much serious off-roading are we going to do? Is it mostly well manicured roads and mostly scenery? Is there any real off-roading that we're going to do, or is it mainly just fire roads up into the middle of absolutely nowhere. I mean, I don't know a ton because I've never been up there. I mean, other than seeing a bunch of videos, I haven't seen any gnarly off-road per se. I know there is a bunch up there, but you shed some light on that.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to balance on these trips, especially with our background coming from more of a rock crawling background. Is you have to do trips that are going to be hard enough that it's a little challenging and maybe helps people grow and keeps us entertained, but also within reason so that no one's going to kill themselves when their rigs are loaded up. So Fins and Things will probably, or it is, the most technical trail that we're going to run. Still totally within the capability of all the rigs that have signed up, and right now we have 19 and about 4 pending.
Wow.
And yeah.
Cat wrangling status.
It's amazing when you're. We try and limit them, but sometimes it's like hard to keep the gates back. We've had to turn quite a few people away at this point, and so it is what it is. But
that's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah. So Fins and Things is the hardest wheeling, and so you've been on that. You know, it's maybe middle of the road, and then Black Bear Pass is really not that hard, but it's supposed to be a mine screw. I mean, it's very. Yeah, it's going to be, if you're afraid of heights, it's going to be a rough one.
Okay.
And then Imogene Pass is, from my experience, kind of somewhere in between. It's a little more technical than Black Bear Pass, but still not too bad.
Cool.
Well, we actually had a question about that tonight. Charles Eskew was asking us if we were going to try to do Black Bear Pass, so that's cool.
Yep.
As long as it's open, right?
Right.
As long as it's open, and maybe just to give an idea, we have. Alex, you've seen Lau's rig most recently? What's
fairly stock? He's got sliders, no skids on the bottom, and he doesn't even have a lift. He's just running off-road tires. I mean, I think they're be a good rigs, but yeah, it's pretty stock.
Yeah, so we're basically all the way from that to all the way up to the solid axle and the Titan swap guys and everything in between.
Cool, very good. So how many miles is the whole trip for you guys? Have you looked?
No, I do most of my planning off of time, basically.
Gotcha.
But the gist of it is, we're looking at 4 hours the first night, solid 6 hours of driving the next day, and that gets us into Ouray. Then we're an hour to camp outside of Ouray. And then we run Black Bear, and then it's an hour from Telluride back to the next camp spot, which is outside of Ridgway, Colorado. And then you're looking at another 45 minutes from that campsite into Imogene Pass, and then from Telluride, you're about 3 hours to Moab.
Cool, very cool. So I guess one of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to is camping at night out there. I mean, were you able to get some images of the camp areas that we're going to? I mean, is it everything you dreamed of and more? Am I going to be impressed?
Are there bears?
Well, we live our lives hoping to impress Action Suit Group, of course.
He might be there. I've heard rumors.
Well, yeah, I hope he's there, and I would like to sidetrack with this quick story. Is on the winter expedition. So we have a lot of these Toyota guys that are with us and have not had exposure to Action Suit Group. And so when Action Suit Group is getting himself ready in the morning, I have about 3 or 4 Toyota guys walk over to me, and they kind of take me off to the side, and they sort of whisper like, "Nick, what's with the dude in the suit?" and so we had to have this little sidebar where we let them know, hey, here's the background on that.
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, so that was a little side note, but no, we have a fantastic camp. The first night we're going to be in an old mining town site. Will be where our camp's at, and so that's cool because there's some old ruins, and then the second day we're camping basically on top of a mountain. So it's just supposed to be a huge meadow, fantastic views. And then we'll kind of be in the backcountry outside of Moab on the third night.
So what you're saying is I need a supersized suitcase for all the weather differences that I'm about to be in.
I'll clear out a little extra space for you, Dave.
I guess a hoodie ain't going to cut it this time, Danny.
We want Grooters to have you show up with 3 or 4 suitcases at least. Just load his truck up.
Yeah, that'd be like camping with my wife all over again. Well, I guess if we're going to take it next level, right, Dave? You might as well act like my wife.
That's right. That's right.
Well, sweet. Dude, I'm so looking forward to it. I think I watched a YouTube video a week ago. There was a pretty cool one that popped out with some Jeeps cruising around that area. Just amazing drone footage of all the different cascading mountains and stuff like that. So I'm freaking getting super pumped.
And speaking of footage,
I actually did about 20 minutes of work on my truck the other day, so I only have about like 4 hours worth of work to refresh it from Moab.
Speaking of footage, though, didn't you guys have a video that just popped out?
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah, it just dropped on our YouTube channel. It was a video of the winter expedition. Finally, sorry about the delay.
Well, you don't have to apologize to us. Well, I have a question though. So y'all did the Rubicon last year, and it's a part 1 hanging out there, but I never seen part 2.
That's my fault,
That's a
man.
touchy subject.
You can blame my illustrious career for that. It will come out, I promise. I actually worked on it again the other night. So.
Well, I was trying to see where our buddy Chris Meisner might have broke down.
Exciting.
Dave, ask Andrew what he used to do.
I can see what he.
But I still.
You're not like a mechanic now, though, right?
No, not anymore.
So there's a sweet connection.
Just say, my name's Andrew, and I used to be a BMW mechanic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're supposed to say it, man. I want to hear you say it.
My name's Andrew, and I used to be a BMW mechanic.
See, I'm not the only one, suckers.
So you went from expensive cars to cheap imports. I get it.
Yeah. Actually, I always had Xterra, so.
Well, so
yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how much time goes into the editing of those videos. Right. Alex, how many hours are into that last one we dropped?
Like 40 to 50 easily.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
In the Rubicon video, since you brought it up, there's so much footage that we shot of it, and then trying to put it all together and make something of it. And we were all driving at the same time we were shooting it, so it just made it even more challenging. So
I understand those. I
promise.
understand those pains because, like, trying to run Wint, I'm trying to guide people. I'm trying to get my drone in the air. I'm trying to get my handheld video and things, and then I'm trying to keep people safe on the trail. So I totally understand how difficult that is.
Yeah, and then trying to just get the time. I mean, right, the last, since February, I've been clocking 12-hour days every day at work. So it's just coming home and trying to edit video doesn't work, and stay married all at the same time. It doesn't usually, it doesn't pan out so well.
Well, see, what you need is an action suit. That would help out.
Something.
Yeah.
Then you could skip the sleeping.
Or some.
You get 8 more days in your day, hours in your day.
8 more days.
Power rocks, right?
Yeah. Well, the Power Rock powers the action suit. It's kind of a symbiotic relationship.
Until Danny likes leaving that Power Rock everywhere, though.
I guess the real question is, guys, do you think I should dry clean the action suit before I go on my trip? Because it as of today still has not had any cleaning since the day I picked it up.
Oh God, gross!
And you bought that one about this time last year, right?
I sprayed it down with a little Febreze before I took it out last time because it was getting a little ripe.
I think for Dave's sake, you better.
And it sits in a crumpled ball in the corner of my room.
Well, Danny, Grumpy Bear's been cleaned and ready to go, buddy. So.
Ooh, yikes! You're not gonna sleep in that, are you?
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up next to Grumpy Bear.
Between your ham radio conversations we were having in the suit, you had several people on the trip asking us questions in private about what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
In your buckskin Betty conversations over the radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to remind Danny of his conversations.
People took you seriously, and they were wondering how you knew that.
Or when you spotted everyone in the suit, people were like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
cool.
you know, hopefully I'll be able to deliver again on this next trip. I think we got to get some repeat offenders, right, from last trip. I know at least one that I saw is going to be headed out with you guys.
Yeah, we have, I want to say it's probably about 20-25% repeat offenders, and then we've got some new ones. Yep. So you definitely have some new people to scare, and it should be good. I'm actually kind of wondering now, maybe the live podcast should be hosted by Action Suit and Grumpy Bear, not Dave and Danny.
Well, I think that's a given. Anytime where it went, that's basically what happens.
Yeah, you should see what we don't take pictures of.
Good gracious.
Oh lordy.
The Went podcast is actually very PG compared to what's going on under the
Wait. What? I don't recall what's going on under the table, buddy. Well, we so kind of run down some of who's. Do you have any sponsors going to be on this trip? Who's some people that we might know that are going to be there?
That are going to be on the trip.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we don't hang out with Toyota people, but you know, our buddies at the Toyota podcast do though.
So as far as companies going, that's kind of still. It's amazing how hard it is to nail some of these guys down. So we do have Niztec potentially interested in going.
Is he going to drag his Xterra behind the Titan?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess now maybe not, right? I don't know.
Take the Titan. Let's take the Titan.
Take the Titan. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's seen the Hellwig rig, but that's potentially going to be there, and then really, you know, of course, we've got the Nissan Nation podcast guys there, but no, it's more just companies throwing stuff out to the people that are coming. So Toy Tech Lifts has sent some stuff.
Nice.
The Perfect Bungee company has sent some stuff out. Cascadia Vehicle Tents is sending some stuff. 511 Tactical sent some stuff, and then I believe Offroad Gorilla is also about to throw something in the mail. And I'm probably forgetting one or two because there's just so much stuff that we're juggling at the moment. But yeah, it's more people sending stuff out for the attendees.
Well, I know we have some special Rogue style stickers coming to y'all, or that I'll bring in with our buddy Luke Pankow with Lifestyle Offroad. I don't know what he's designing. I said it needs to have Danny and me in it, and somehow Rogue. I said I don't care what it is. So when you guys see it, I'll first see it too.
You got some special edition stickies coming out, Dave?
That's right, man. When you're going Rogue, you got to go Rogue, dude.
Got to get the sticky ickies out there.
I love it. Yeah, and actually, that's one of the guys I forgot to talk about. Luke does all our stickers and shirts, and he's been fantastic. So.
Well, I know he's super jealous. I got to kind of rub this one. He got to go to Moab this year and kind of rub that in my nose. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm going back through Moab plus, Colorado. So kiss my ass, buddy.
There you go.
That's how you treat your sponsors, man. You gotta rub their nose in it a little bit,
Yeah, I think you'll like it. It's a much different experience. It's more about where you're going and having an adventure each day, and then each night at camp we all partake in some libations typically, and tell stories about the day, and then we just get to do it again and do it for a couple of days in a row. And so it's really a good opportunity to bond with a small group of people.
Right.
Plus, Danny, it's pretty cool to see 20 trucks driving down the highway. It usually turns some heads.
The looks we get.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Convoys like that's a lot of fun. It really is. I mean, you just because basically you're road tripping. You're not in the same car, but you're on the CB and friggin' talking stories and shooting the shizzle. Hey, what's the radio thing going to be like? I mean, are we going to have some bunch of hams on there, or is it going to be a bunch of Buster CBs?
No.
Ham, pretty much solely ham. I think is going to be the preferred method. And then if you have a CB, it's going to be you're just going to have to be somewhere in the middle. Because last time we tried to do both, and it just doesn't work. So I know Nick's putting a new radio in his truck, so I'll have a 50-watt setup, and I've got the same thing. So
good, very good.
Be
cool.
corrected on this trip.
Nice. Yeah,
Well,
it makes it so much more fun. Especially
I have
for me.
been.
I mean, I'll throw my CB in there, but
Danny
It's just
frowny
trying
face
to
over
do
there.
two methods of communication, though, when you have a group that big.
Yep.
Well, so I have to warn you though. I have been known to stand in the back of Frontiers at times. I don't know if I'll be able to this time and act stupid, but Danny saved me a spot back there.
We should probably make it happen, right?
Well, yeah,
Keep
man.
the dream alive.
Sounds like
It's gonna be hard, Dave, because there's a rooftop tent, so you have to actually stand on top of the rooftop tent in
Dude,
the bed.
I'm really short, Danny. Come on, man.
You're gonna be able to fit back there.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sure. I mean, Colorado is kind of. I mean, it's a little bit good old boyish, so that's probably just totally acceptable. Yeah, I think we're solid.
That's right. So, I'm the way to get through Colorado. You guys were saying is you're just driving there, right? Just highways, or what was the kind of the plan for that?
Yeah. So the plan basically was, let's just hammer out the mileage and get to Colorado.
Right.
We could have spent a lot of time along the way checking stuff out, but that's not the point. We want to spend as much time in Colorado and Moab as we can. So we're basically from Vegas. We're shooting straight up I-40, catch I-70 across. The first night we're going to be camping along the way, and then get up the next day and just hammer out more of I-70 and then basically the highway's escaping me at the moment, but take the offshoot highway that takes you right down into your race. So
right. Well,
we just want to hammer down miles, and then the next 3 days, it's all just short drives in mountains and really cool scenery, and we're not in a big push to put down a lot of miles.
Right. Well, that route of 70, like from Grand Junction and all that, once you get into the passes and stuff, that's some of the prettiest roadway I've ever seen, man.
It's
nice.
Where you've got all those bridges and stuff that are all curving, and you're going over the Colorado River and stuff. That is just beautiful country right there.
Yeah.
Well, we are glad to come out and be a part of your event. What is the dates on this again for our listeners?
It is August 24th is what we're calling day zero, because everybody's getting off of work and then just hammering down some mileage. Okay. And then through the 28th of August, which is a Monday, and then officially it kind of ends in Moab that day, and then everybody's dispersing. But there is a small offshoot group that's potentially talking about taking one more night and cutting through Colorado and checking some stuff out. So.
Right. And we're hoping to with Went Right that next week. I'm hoping to have this thing released right away too, so our listeners will be able to get a little bit of the Dave and Danny with Rogue. But Danny, you got anything else to hit these guys with, man?
I think that's it, man. We're really looking forward to going, and hopefully nothing weird happens between now and then to ruin anything. Knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited for this trip. It's getting to the point to where I'm like, I feel like something's gonna happen because I'm so pumped on it. You know what I'm saying? Like something's gonna like ruin me, like I have a baby or something like that. You know, like
just run on that.
So
I didn't know you were expecting.
I'm pumped. I'm ready to go.
Well,
I wish it was like next week.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Well, try planning an event, Danny, and then you're like, screw the event. I just want to go adventure out west. You know?
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Well, guys, we appreciate you being on tonight. Like I said, we appreciate you. This was kind of short notice too. Other than that, Danny, I'm out, buddy.
That's it. Hey guys, you want to throw out some plugs for your website and Facebooks and stuff like that? And what can people buy? Some patches, shirts? What do you got?
Yeah, you can check out rogueoverland.com. There's a store on there. We got shirts, stickers. There's the new kind of the neck guards, the buffs. We just put those on there. We had some cool ones made, for summer and winter. And then all of our social media outlets are at Rogue Overland. And then check out YouTube and subscribe if you haven't yet. We're going to keep trying to get more and more content up on there. And then we're going to have some rig walk-around videos on there soon because we've been getting a lot of requests for those. So we're going to knock some of those out soon. Get some rig walk-around videos done up there of all the trucks.
Well, nice, man. Yeah, because everybody has a unique vehicle in your group, so.
Yeah, it's one of the things we've been getting requests for, and just need to get it done, get it filmed, and get it up there. So.
Well, I don't know who keeps asking on your Facebook page of which generation Xterra y'all like better, but it better be first gen that wins out.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
As of lately, it has been because the guy that's been posting that, he has some unique colors. I think they win the hearts of people, like atomic orange and.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Well, that was Rogue Overland. Nick, Alex, and I'm horrible with the
Andrew.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see, N.A.A. I'll remember that now.
Nah. Rogue Overland.
Nah. That's their new slogan, man. But Danny, I'm pumped, buddy. I haven't got to. When everybody was in Moab this year, I talked about it. Killed me, man. And I didn't get to kind of adventure in the spring, so I'm just gonna double it up this fall, and we're gonna have some fun.
It was kind of a like we didn't plan anything big. I mean, I've waffled on coming out to Went just because so many different reasons have come up, but it looks like I'll be out there again this year. It's kind of nice that it's not on my birthday, in truth, because I haven't been around my friends and family around my birthday for like 4 years now, which is kind of sad. Like, it's awesome to enjoy. I have these yearly friends that I see every year, so it's cool to go and celebrate my birthday with them. But at the same time, my wife likes me, and so it'll be nice to just kind of have that week here. But I'm pretty sure I'll be out there this year.
Nice.
Unless some stuff happens. So.
Well, things do get in the way.
Yeah. But what I was gonna get to is this kind of, it was like impromptu. Like they hit us up. They said, "Hey, we got this killer trip. You guys want to go? We'll help. We'll make sure that they've been extremely accommodating, helping us make it happen." And
right.
It was almost like I felt like me and you were in a room, and Nick said, "Hey, let's make this happen." And we looked at each other like, "Well, you got anything going on?" "I don't know. I don't think so." And then you look at me. "You got anything going on?" "Oh, I actually, I don't think so." And they were like, "Shoot, let's do it." So the impromptu friggin' crazy long trek, just things fell into place. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, man. And you're definitely right, man. I can go back and read the text, and it was just kind of like, well, I ain't got nothing to do. Really?
Yeah, Dave's like, I could go, and I'm like, And actually, when I said yes, I looked at July, dude. Yeah, so I was thinking it was like a few weeks out, and I was like, psh, winging it, let's do it. No, I take that back. I thought it was in June, so I thought it was 2 weeks away. And I looked at my wife, and I was like, can I leave for like a week in like 2 weeks? She's like, I don't think we have anything going. I'm like, sweet. And then I looked, like, oh, it's in August.
Yeah, well, like I said in the interview, man, I was like, it didn't even dawn on me the dates, because I'm used to my event being later in September than it will be this year.
No, I agree, and it's same thing kind of hit me. I was thinking June, then I was like, oh, it's at the end of July, and then I looked, then I was like, I better look, and then I was like, oh, it's in the end of August, and then I looked up Went dates, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty close, so.
Yeah, I'll be flying in the airport, and then I have my Canadian friend flying in, I think about the same day that I fly back, so.
Wild.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time, man. I've got to, explore a little bit of Colorado, but nothing where we're about to go.
Yeah, I've never seen basically it's southern Colorado, right? So so I've never been in that area, so I'm really pumped. And I feel like I've been kind of like doing the same old thing the last few years, with Gone and Went, and a couple of the same trips, Death Valley and stuff that I've been doing. So I'm really excited to go out and get off the well-beaten path that I've established and get out of
and go rogue,
seeing the same scenes. Yeah, and go Rogan.
The Rogans, I like that, man.
I would like to say a shout out to those guys. There was a recovery that kind of popped up this last weekend that one of our fellow Xers needed a bunch of stuff, and those Rogue guys, friggin', they stepped it up, dude. making phone calls, getting parts rounded up. And they were ready to drive 8 hours to drop off parts for somebody, you know. So, you know, they're good cats, man. They came through, you know, when you know, I just kind of threw a Facebook thing out there, and they immediately jumped on it, and they were willing to take care of some stuff for us. So,
well, that on a side note,
I'm excited to go out and hang out with them.
On a side note, that was interesting. I woke up to like all these messages on my phone. I was like, what is going on, man? Yeah, the community.
That's the cool thing about the Nissan community, though. You know what? When things go south, you freaking reach out, and the more you reach out, the more you realize, like, you know, we got each other's backs, and you know, we'll reach out to local friends in the area, and you know, it's a pretty tight knit community. So I'm pumped about that.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm pretty beat tonight, Danny. I know you are too, buddy.
Yeah, I think it's time to just let a rogue dog lie.
Let a rogue dog die.
Whatever that means.
And I want to let our listening audience know, if you would like to jump in gas money, go to Amazon.com. These adventures do cost me and Danny some money, and I imagine his Frontier is going to be a little bit thirsty. And so if you'll go to our website, NissanNationPodcast.com, click to the bottom, there's the Amazon banner. Click it, buy whatever you would normally buy once you get on Amazon, and we get a few pennies from that, and you get smiles on your faces when those packages hit the door. So please, we don't ask. We really, I mean, I could put up a donate button and stuff on the website and stuff, but because this, you know, this is not a way to make money. Let me tell you, doing podcasting, but
yeah, our capitalist nature is not paying the bills with this. We do this purely for your enjoyment. If you really, really, really want to donate to the Rogue Overland trip, shoot us a message on Facebook, and you can donate it to us personally. How does that sound?
If you do it quickly, we'll make sure that Mr. Lifestyle Offroad makes us a sticker with your name on it.
Yeah, we'll get some special edition stickers out to anybody that wants to donate a little bit of gas money. So if you listen to this and want to do that, hit us up. It's greatly appreciated.
It is.
Other than that, guys.
Yeah, other than that, man, we this is going to be it for this month, guys. One episode. Me and Danny are both like in busy mode, and I'm in wimp mode right now. So till August, I don't know, you know. Sometime in August.
Throw down the dates for Went real quick, Dave, so that everybody can remember.
Went is, I believe, the 5th through the 8th this year, September 5th through 8th.
Yes.
If you have not registered yet, shame on you. Go ahead and register. Go to
We got 20 days, 19 days to register, Dave?
I think it's about 17 now.
17. Better get on that, man.
That's right,
Get in there so you can get all your stuff.
And to all my East Coast homies, man, it does include a bunch of cool things. But this year we are starting a new tradition of these patches that everybody goes nuts for. That include in that packet and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, go over to wentwindrock.com, register, or me and Danny will fight you. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
So from everybody here, everybody here at the Nissan Nation podcast, my name is David Boyd, and what are we, Danny?
Out.
Plop. Love y'all. Peace.
See ya.